Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 314 of Psykos Platters, always powered by coffee, each and every time. Well, I finished up my 8 o'clock espresso roast. Now I'm drinking Hills Brothers. I learned a valuable lesson on coffee, kids. I can't do dark roasts anymore. They really kill my stomach. It's probably my fault. Anywho, so I'm sorry that it has taken me 3 weeks to do an episode pretty much. I apologize. This is being recorded right now in the evening of January 20th, Inauguration Day, for America anyway. Good or bad, this is what we have. But we'll see. We'll see, okay? I'm not trying to be negative at all, but there's going to be a lot of... You thought 2020 was bad. I know, Mighty Psycho's starting off on a very, very positive note. I don't know, we'll see. My slogan for 2021 in life in general, and maybe you guys, I will gladly let you guys share Psycho's line. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, I'll shut up about that for now. So, this episode is just going to be various goodies, okay? Things I've acquired in the last couple of weeks. So let's see, right off the bat. I ended up getting a couple 45s. Okay, I'm into a lot of genres of stuff, as most of you regular viewers would know. Most of the time it's a rock, classic rock, oldies rock kind of vein, but I will go off into R&B, rockabilly, which is what I'm going to show you next, dabble in punk, old school punk a little bit, old school rap a little bit, okay, but not the new punk and the new rap. I can't deal with that. I've tried, even though I've met a couple of rappers, at least in the early O's. So, I thought this was a really neat little 45 anyway, from Advanced Records, 1963. Shell Douglas, that's right. This is a one-off, because Shell Douglas never did another one. Go check out on YouTube. Very cool double-sided rockabilly from 63 on Advanced Records. I didn't pay too much for it, but it's I saw on Discogs it actually goes for a little bit more than what it says, and I'm like, nice. I say, of course, that in record collecting, sounds is the most important thing. Value happens to be icing on the cake, right? Right. And of course, value is whatever someone's willing to pay for something, right? Right. All right. I've had some people go off and ask me, Mighty Psycho, when are you going to do the Van Halen episode that you I haven't forgot about you people yet. I know this sounds dumb. I'm still working on it, and the reason why is because certain things I cannot seem to find. I may have to go hell, damn, and high water and just shoot it anyway, but I like to try to find the stuff before I do. But here's a little teaser that you're going to see in part 1. Yes, it's going to be a 3-part Van Halen tribute video, okay? 3. I'll tell you that much. From 1982, you know, I never had this 45. I don't know why, but I never saw it with a picture sleeve until, I don't know, I think it was like about a year back. Pretty Woman, yeah, from Diver Down. Here's the front, here's the back. Of course, with Happy Trails, which was a Roy Rogers song that, it was an in-joke for the band, so to speak. I like the tune. Did any of you guys out there see the video on MTV before they pulled the plug on it? I did. I happened to be there actually when they showed it. Remember how they always used to, it was a big thing, we're going to premiere this video. And yeah, this was one of them. Of course, I was saying to myself, really good song, but I was shrugging and scratching my head going, what the hell's with the video? But whatever, you know, Van Halen being Van Halen, sometimes, you think too much and you lose the point. But Pretty Woman actually was supposed to be a stopgap single for Van Halen.
Diver Down was not even originally intended. It was the record company, of course, like all other record companies, went and knocked on Van Halen's door and said, hey, guess what? Come on, you got to do a whole entire album. But Ed and Dave agreed to getting this 45 put out. You know, it was going to be a stopgap. Maybe, just maybe, it actually would have maybe saved the band a little longer. Instead, it just threw them right back into the machine, so to speak, and everybody else got more disgruntled as everything was going along. We'll talk more about that in the Van Halen episode. CDs, I still collect CDs. This is one I never saw, though, and it didn't chart here in America. It was in the top 25 in the Dutch charts in late 1996. Alan Parsons On Air. This is a hold promo, okay? This is a double disc, all right? You got your basic album here. None of the people on here very much that supported him were recognizable in the credits, except for Christopher Cross goes off and he sings lead on one song, and then Stuart Elliott, who was in Pilot, and he also worked with Alan Parsons' project On and Off. This is the second solo album from Alan. Okay, it says here, and this is how dated we can go. It says bonus, bonus, separate CD-ROM that includes for both Windows and Macintosh. So whatever program in September 1996 that could support this disc, I'm as a joke, I'm going to see if I could put this in my laptop and if it'll even work. It might not, I don't know, but still, I like Alan Parsons, but I've never heard his solo stuff away from the Alan Parsons project. Does that make any sense? Hopefully so. I got shout outs at the end of the episode here. So I picked this up. They were having 50% off. This was at a record store I go to, 50% off on all of their budget vinyl. And so they don't have buck bins there. I wish they did. So I really only paid $1.50 for this, and it's nice and minty, and it's on White Whale. The early writings of Zager and Evans, and of course, if you know who I'm talking about, that's great. Zager and Evans was a duo that came up with the big hit. This was released in 1969, no month mentioned, but of course in 1969 you had what song from them guys? The nice, positive, uplifting song, In the Year 2021. No, I'm kidding, that's not what it is, but who knows? And so, you know, for In the Year 2525, they went off, and White Whale got a hold of the whole side one. Is basically they had two bands in Nebraska because that's where they're from. The Eccentrics is one of those bands. Okay, so side one is all Zager and Evans. You know, 1965 to 1967, if I remember correctly. And then the second side is by a studio-based group called J.K. and Company. But see, nice minty White Whale. I never find White Whale stuff that's outside of the Turtles. I'm still looking for Turtles albums too, but very nice to get this for $1.50. Okay, in the last episode that of the year, last year, I showed in the Sci-Fi Final Finds, I forgot to totally mention that this next album happened to be in that pile. Now, I think it's funny when an album gets overlooked. I only paid $0.25 for this. It was overlooked because it looked like it was religious. When in reality, I'm sitting here going, wait a second, because I've got the first album from this band. They only cut 2 albums. Savage Grace 2 from 1971. And yes, boys and girls, I'll show you. It's a nice, decent shape, white label promo on Reprise. Savage Grace came from Michigan. And when I found this, I mean, seriously, I mean, there's, I see some light scratches. It ain't minty, maybe Vici. But I was happy to find this thing because I'm like, I wonder what the second one sounds like. Ta-da! 25 cents, kids. You just never know what you're gonna find in the quarter bins of resale shops. This next one, I showed a different album from this artist, a gospel album actually, that was recorded in, I think it was 1979 if I remember correctly. This time, we're going to go with 1980s rockabilly. Yeah, Orion. I like Orion's voice, okay? If you've ever seen the documentary on Orion, I know Netflix doesn't have it anymore, but maybe you can find it out and about on YouTube. Of course, one of the things that they used to do for Sun all the time. Yep, gold vinyl. I do actually happen to have another Sun album that's not Orion, that it's actually made on straight black vinyl, but that was in 1976. I have a sneaky feeling that from possibly late 77, early 78, certain releases were colored vinyl, because I saw bunches of different Sun 45s in colored vinyl that were stuff that was never released before. So Orion, I would love to find a signed Orion somewhere. That would be kind of cool in my travels. My friend Doug Fields says, Mr. Vinyl Grotto Radio Show himself says he's got a copy. I wish I could find one. And then lastly, on the album front anyway, Donna Jo Cat Lady and I, we went off to, she graciously took me down to one of my local record stores. And I sold a bunch of vinyl that I really didn't need. And he gives me a fair price in my opinion, but I also get to get some albums in trade. I like getting things for her. You know, she's a Frank Zappa fanatic. Yeah, we'll say fanatic, Donna. There's nothing wrong with that. She has to put it with my Monkees fanatic stories and my Beatles fanatic stuff. But she is into Zappa. That's because she's got good, odd, weird taste. So, I was able to grab Shut Up and Play Your Guitar, the box set from 1981, and that was for her. And for me, I found this, and I know this is going to sound goofy, but just bear with me. May 1964, Buddy Holly Showcase on Coral. Now, yes, I know, these are the unreleased stuff. They're dabbled. And by the way, really nice shape on this. I want to say it's at least near minty on the showcase here. But from May of '64, this was the fourth album of posthumous releases from Buddy. The Fireballs pretty much do all the sweetening, if you want to call it that. Okay, there would only be one other one, Holly in the Hills from 1965. Then there wouldn't be another Scraping of the Barrel until 1969's Giant. So, but like I said, I try to collect these things actually. I've got Reminiscing, which is the one before this as well. Okay. Couple little things here I want to show you. 8x10s. I know you're sitting there going, what? The first one is, as people know, I love excellent horror hosts. I've got my signed 8x10 of Svengoolie. That's right, Svengoolie. But I do actually watch other shows too, like Offbeat Cinema, based out of Buffalo, New York. I watch Lamia Horror Hotel, based out of Cleveland, Ohio. So I went off and got myself, it was a buy one, get one special of this gentleman, which I will show you, and he will end up on the wall here very, very soon, along with this other picture I'm going to show you. But if you've never seen this show, I will recommend to you, watch Retro TV if you've got it. Okay, I won't pay for cable. Ridiculous, sorry. But on cable or satellite, they may have the Retro TV channel. So if you don't know anything about this and you like old horror flicks and stuff like that, after Svengoolie, this is from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday night. You've got Offbeat Cinema from 9 to 11 p. Central Standard on Retro, followed by Horror Hotel, 11 p. to 1 a. On Retro also, Central Standard. And then on Sunday nights from 9 to 11, you have a gentleman that I think is based out of Tyler, Texas, if I remember correctly. And it's Harvey's Festival of Fear. I went off and I got myself a very cool box set. Go check out his website. They all have websites, all the shows I brought up. But go check out Harvey's Festival of Fear.com. And of course, happy horrors. I asked him to do that. But he seems all right, you know. And I know, you know, I like his style. It's an ensemble thing. He takes a lot of public domain horror flicks and does stuff. Now this next one here is going to actually be pretty important for Kiss fans, okay? So I've been a Kiss collector pretty much since about late 75, early 76, okay? So I'm an original Kiss collector from back in the day. Over the years, I have gotten, not all on one piece though, I wish. I've got Gene's autograph, Paul's autograph, Ace's autograph, okay? So, on different things. So finally, and I mean finally, do I have Peter's. Now, Peter Criss was a very tough bird to get a hold of, okay? I'm elaborating a guess as to why, and I will tell you, go to Peter Criss's official website, where you can also get, if supplies are available. And I got a nice autograph from the Catman. This is a 70s shot of him screaming up while he's drumming on his drum set. Yes, yes, yes. So excellent for this one here. He's got other items. I think it's petercriss.net, if I remember correctly. Also, I want to throw at you one of the future reviews I'm going to go off and do. The Stray Cat Lee Rocker has a new album coming out 23rd of January, alright? So why am I telling you this? Because if you go pre-order the album, you will get it signed. They have it in vinyl and CD. For budget purposes, I got the CD, so you will see a future review of the Stray Cat Lee Rocker's new album. But go to Stray Cat Lee Rocker's website and the CD, there's promo codes if you can find them. I only paid, only $14.99 total, if I remember correctly. The vinyl, of course, is more, but see, I sound like a commercial. Alright guys, brand new subscribers, and I thank all of you guys. Mark Wald, Vinyl Crush, B-Sides, good to see her back. Ann Layton, very nice person there. Perry Corvies, Karen Spears, she's a local viewer if I remember correctly. Carolyn Negrin, and just joined up yesterday, Rachel, the Music Ma'am. She has streams from time to time on the VC. Go check her out. Go sub. And I think it's really interesting, to tell you the honest truth. I have chimed in. I know at first they were like, "Who's the Mighty Psycho?" I do that. I kid kids. I kid. I make myself like I'm all that. The Mighty Psycho has arrived. Like you think like a king or somebody in royal state was here. I just out to have fun. So all those people, thank you very much for subbing to my channel. And you know what? If you haven't liked and subbed, please do that. Please do that. That'd be actually very important. 2021, we need to get off to a good start. There's a lot more channels that I have been exploring out there, and we'll be maybe talking about some of those in the future episodes. Trying to think here. I still got a couple more review episodes to do. I've got that part 1 of Van Halen that I want to do. I think the next episode, though, is just going to be something a little different. It's not going to be music related. I've actually had several people go off and request myself to go on camera and talk about some wrestling stories. Yeah, that's right, as in pro wrestling or independent wrestling, okay? we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna yap, and we're gonna talk about people I've met since the '90s and earlier, and we're gonna go that way with it. So stay tuned, kids. Take care. God bless. Rock on. And like I said, to 2021, pray, kids. Pray. See ya.